Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to my heart: kitchen design, and more specifically, the power of color. Choosing the right color scheme can completely transform your kitchen, taking it from drab to fab in a heartbeat. It's all about finding that perfect palette that reflects your style and makes you feel right at home. Over the years, I've fallen in love with so many different kitchen designs, each with its own unique charm. So I thought it would be fun to share 10 of my favorite kitchen color schemes with you. Whether you're drawn to timeless classics or crave a bold statement, I hope these ideas spark your imagination and inspire you to create a kitchen you absolutely adore. Let's dive in. You just can't go wrong with a classic, and this combination is about as classic as it gets. Think crisp white cabinets paired with gorgeous gray countertops. It's clean, airy, and feels so fresh and inviting. Now, won't that feel a little cold? It could, but that's where design magic comes in. Incorporate natural wood accents. Open shelving or a wood-topped island can warm things up. Brass hardware adds warmth and elegance. It's all about finding that perfect balance. With a white and gray palette, create a stylish and welcoming kitchen. If you're looking to make a statement, black is the way to go. Now, I know it can seem like a bold choice for a kitchen, but trust me on this one. Black cabinets, especially in a matte finish, can create a look that's both modern and dramatic. And when you pair that with the warmth of brass, oh my goodness, it's just pure luxury. Think gleaming brass hardware, maybe a statement light fixture over the island, or even a stunning brass range hood. It's all about those little touches of shine that catch the light and make the space feel so glamorous. Now, because we're working with a darker color palette, it's important to think about ways to brighten things up. A glossy backsplash can work wonders, bouncing light around the room and adding a touch of sparkle. And don't be afraid to incorporate plenty of lighting. Under cabinet lighting is a game changer, especially in a kitchen with darker cabinets. And don't forget about those finishing touches. Fresh flowers, a bowl of colorful fruit, or even a few pieces of art can really bring the space to life. There's just something about green that feels so calming and serene, don't you think? It's like bringing a little bit of the outdoors in, and what better place for that than the heart of the home? Think soft, muted shades like sage or olive green. These colors create a space that feels both grounding and inviting. Pair those greens with warm neutrals like creamy white walls and light wood countertops. Plants are a must-have in any kitchen, especially with earthy green tones. Add potted herbs, a trailing plant, or a larger statement plant to connect with nature. Chapter 4: Navy Blue and White. Now, if you're looking for a color combination that's both classic and sophisticated, look no further than navy blue and white. It's a timeless pairing that never goes out of style, and it works beautifully in the kitchen. Imagine this: rich navy blue cabinets, maybe with a little bit of that shaker-style detailing, paired with crisp white countertops. It's a look that's both elegant and approachable, and it creates a wonderful backdrop for all your favorite kitchen accessories. To keep things feeling fresh and modern, consider incorporating metallic accents in chrome or brushed nickel. These finishes add a touch of shine and sophistication without feeling too fussy. And don't be afraid to play with different textures. A subway tile backsplash in a glossy white finish can add a touch of visual interest, while a natural fiber rug underfoot can bring in some warmth and texture. Chapter 5: Warm Beige and Cream. Sometimes all you need is a palette that feels soft, warm, and inviting. And that's where beige and cream come in. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Beige? Isn't that a little bit, well, boring? And the answer is, it definitely can be, if you let it. The key to making beige and cream feel fresh and exciting is all about layering in different textures and materials. Think creamy white cabinets with a subtle wood grain, paired with a backsplash and a warm, textured tile. Maybe you incorporate a marble countertop with some beautiful veining, or bring in some open shelving to display your favorite pieces of pottery. It's all about creating a space that feels rich and layered even with a more muted color palette. And don't forget about those finishing touches. Textiles are your best friend when it comes to adding warmth and personality to a neutral space. A soft rug underfoot, some pretty tea towels hanging from the oven door, maybe even a few throw pillows on the breakfast nook. These little details can make all the difference. Chapter 6: Charcoal and Warmwood. Now, if you love the idea of a dramatic kitchen but don't want to go full-on black, charcoal might be the perfect compromise. It's a color that's both sophisticated and grounding, and it pairs beautifully with warm wood tones. Imagine this: sleek, charcoal-colored cabinets, maybe in a matte finish for a modern touch, paired with gorgeous oak countertops. The contrast between the cool charcoal and the warm wood is just stunning, and it creates a space that feels both stylish and inviting. To keep things from feeling too dark or heavy, be sure to incorporate plenty of lighter elements. A white or cream backsplash can help to brighten things up, as can light-colored walls. And don't underestimate the power of accessories. A few pops of color here and there, maybe in the form of a bowl of fresh fruit, a vase of flowers, or even some colorful cookware, can really bring the space to life. For a kitchen that feels light, airy, and just a touch playful, consider incorporating some muted pastel tones. Now, when I say pastels, I'm not talking about anything too saccharine or overwhelming. Think soft, muted shades like mint green, pale pink, or light blue. These colors have a way of adding a touch of personality without feeling too overwhelming, and they pair beautifully with crisp, white accents. Imagine this: pale mint green cabinets, maybe with a little bit of that shaker-style detailing, paired with white countertops and a white subway tile backsplash. It's a look that's both fresh and inviting, and it creates a wonderful backdrop for all your favorite kitchen accessories. To keep things feeling modern and sophisticated, consider incorporating sleek white appliances, and maybe even a white marble backsplash. The contrast between the matte finish of the cabinets and the glossy surfaces of the appliances and backsplash will add a touch of visual interest without feeling too busy. Now, for those of you who love a clean, minimalist aesthetic, a monochromatic white kitchen might be right up your alley. But don't think for a second that an all-white kitchen has to be boring. The key to making this look work is all about layering in different shades and textures of white. Think crisp white cabinets with a subtle wood grain, paired with a backsplash in a textured white tile. Maybe you incorporate a marble countertop with some beautiful veining, or bring in some open shelving to display your favorite pieces of white pottery. It's all about creating a space that feels rich and layered, even with a limited color palette. And to warm things up a bit, consider incorporating natural wood floors and maybe even some black accents. A few black cabinet pulls, a black range hood, or even a black and white striped rug underfoot can add just the right amount of contrast without overwhelming the space. If you're drawn to warm, earthy tones and a touch of rustic charm, then a terracotta-inspired kitchen might be just the thing. Now, when I say terracotta, I'm not just talking about the color of the clay pots on your patio, although those are lovely too. Think about incorporating terracotta tiles on the floor or even as a backsplash. The warm, earthy tones of terracotta pair beautifully with creamy beige walls and soft gray accents. And to really enhance that rustic, lived-in vibe, bring in plenty of natural textures. Wicker baskets, woven placemats, and wooden cutting boards will all add to the charm of the space. And of course, no terracotta-inspired kitchen would be complete without a touch of greenery. A few potted herbs on the windowsill or a trailing plant on a high shelf will bring in a touch of life and freshness. Now, if you're looking for a way to add some visual interest to your kitchen without going overboard, consider incorporating two-tone cabinets. This is a great way to experiment with color without overwhelming the space. One approach I love is to use a darker color on the lower cabinets and a lighter shade on the upper cabinets. For instance, you could opt for navy blue or emerald green for the lower cabinets and pair them with white or pale gray upper cabinets. This creates a sense of depth and dimension, while still keeping the overall look light and airy. To let the cabinetry shine, keep the countertops and backsplash relatively neutral. White or light gray quartz countertops would work beautifully in this scenario. And don't forget about the hardware. This is a great opportunity to add a touch of personality to the space. Brass hardware would complement the warmth of the wood tones, while black hardware would create a more modern and dramatic look. So there you have it, folks. 10 of my favorite kitchen color schemes that I think are just as timeless as they are stylish. Remember, your kitchen should be a reflection of you, a place where you feel happy and inspired to create. Don't be afraid to experiment with different colors and textures until you find a combination that speaks to your heart. And most importantly, have fun with it. Designing your dream kitchen should be a joyful experience, so relax, trust your gut, and enjoy the process. Happy decorating, everyone!